Good morning and welcome. You're watching the morning news on CNN News 18. I am Aisha Varma. We're beginning with some breaking news that's coming in from the region of Jammu and Kashmir. Now, the breaking news is that two LET terrorists, including one Pakistani terrorist, have been killed in an encounter in the Kandi area of Kupwara district. Now, according to the police, search operations are still underway. This is the second encounter in the last 10 hours. A Pakistani LET terrorist was killed in SOPORE late last night, and cops say that 27 foreign terrorists have been killed since January this year. 3 terrorists, including 2 Pakistani terrorists, have been killed in the last 12 hours. Now, I'm joined by my colleague Tejinder to give us more details on this story. Tejinder, can you give us more details on the encounters that have taken place since yesterday evening?
Yes, you see, the yesterday's encounter which happened in Sopore, one Pakistani terrorist identified as Hamzala was killed. Early this morning, another encounter started in the Kupwara area of wherein two terrorists, I beg your pardon, two terrorists, one a Pakistani identified as Sufail and a local terrorist has been gunned down. So the last 12 hours, 3 terrorists have been gunned down in 2 different encounters, one in Sopore area of Baramulla district and the other one in Kupwara. So out of those 3, one is a local terrorist and 2 are foreign terrorists. Both are Pakistani and both are from Lashkar-e-Toiba terror outfit. So it clearly shows that Pakistan continues to send in these trained terrorists into the Indian side. Yesterday also the security forces said that 2 Pakistani terrorists and 1 local terrorist had, however, managed to escape from the Sopore encounter site. So a manhunt is still on in Sopore to nab or eliminate these 3 terrorists who managed to escape from the encounter site. But right now, this operation in Kupwara is still going on, and 1 Pakistani terrorist who is believed to be associated with Lashkar-e-Toiba terror outfit has been eliminated by the security forces. The combing operation in the area is still going on. Yes.
Absolutely, Tejinder. Now, I also wanted to ask you, do we know the ages of these terrorists? Because we've been told over the last couple of years that the major amount of terrorists that are coming up are basically youth.
You see, these terrorists, the Pakistani terrorists who have been eliminated, they are believed to be in their early 30s. These are the hardcore trained terrorists who get training from the Pakistan Army in several training camps. We are told by the sources that around 6 terror training camps, they are active in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir near the line of control, and there are around 24 launch pads which have been reactivated. And these terrorists from various parts of Pakistan, they are trained there, and then they are sent to around 64 launch pads which are on the Pakistani side. These launch pads are a temporary holding place for these terrorists, and after they get an opportunity to infiltrate, these terrorists attempt to infiltrate. We saw last year also large number of terrorists, they were gunned down while they were trying to infiltrate into the Indian side from across the line of control. But given the fact that these Pakistani terrorists, they are hardcore terrorists, some of them have fought Russians, Americans in the U.S., in Afghanistan. They were sent to fight the U.S. forces in Afghanistan, and after their return from Afghanistan, now they are being sent to Kashmir so as to fight the Indian army. But many of them are being eliminated on the line of control. Some of them are being eliminated in the hinterland by the security forces. The local youth which takes up gun, they are in their early 20s or late 20s, and they are also being eliminated. The administration and the security agencies time and again have been appealing the local youth not to pick up gun, not to become cannon fodder for Pakistan. But you see, given the fact that Pakistan continues to train and send these armed terrorists into the Indian side, these type of encounters are going to happen. We know that there have been several instances of successful infiltration this year as well as last year. So we expect that in days to come, there will be more encounters in hinterland in Kashmir Valley. Yes.
All right, so you're saying that in the days to come, we're going to be expecting more encounters. What can be done to make sure that we don't see these many encounters? What can the LG do?
See, given the fact that most of these terrorists, they come from the Pakistan side, there is nothing much that the administration can do to stop these encounters. But yes, the recruitment of local youth, the radicalization of the local youth, continues to be a major challenge for the administration, though there have been several programs which have been launched by the Union Territory Administration to ensure that the local youth, they get ample opportunity for jobs. They don't fall victim to the radicalization which Pakistan has been doing. There have been large number of the madrasas which are used to radicalize the youth, and their imams come from various parts across the country. Some of them are trained in Saudi Arabia in the Wahhabi Islam. So the spread of Wahhabi Islam in Kashmir continues to be a big challenge for various agencies, because this is the ideology, the Salafi Wahhabi ideology in Kashmir, which is motivating the youth, which is radicalizing the youth to pick up guns. So in order to make sure that the youth in Kashmir does not pick up guns, they do not get killed, the priority for the administration is to ensure that this radicalization which is happening at the madrasa level needs to stop. And as far as those Pakistani terrorists are concerned, you see, you cannot completely or 100% stop the infiltration from happening through the line of control or the international border, because you cannot man every inch, a single inch of the line of control or the international border. So there are loopholes which these terrorists do take advantage of. If you remember, just last month, in the month of April, there was a tunnel that was detected in the Samba sector, which was used by the terrorists to infiltrate into the Indian side. So this type of cat and mouse race on the line of control, on the international border, will continue until and unless Pakistan continues to aid, abet and sponsor terrorism into the Indian side. The day Pakistan Army, the Pakistan Rangers and the Pakistan establishment stop supporting terrorism, they will stop exporting terrorism to India. Till then, you cannot completely stop these infiltrators from entering into the Indian territory. Yes.
All right, Tinjinder, I have one final question to you. Do we have any insight on how Pakistan is able to send so many terrorists to Kashmir?
See, there are several loopholes, as I already mentioned, on the line of control or the international border. You cannot man the LC or the IB at every single inch. They resort to construction of underground tunnels which they use to infiltrate into the Indian side. Then they cut the border fence. Then there are riverines, forest area. If you go to the LOC, you will see that the thick forested area, the visibility is quite limited. You cannot see just beyond a few feet. So visibility is quite restricted in those areas. Heavy snowfall. Even while in the plains, we are facing so much of heat. The temperature has already crossed 43 degrees centigrade in the plain areas. But if you see at several places on the LOC, there is still snow. The height of snow at several places right now, as we are speaking, continues to be 5 to 10 feet in high. So these terrorists, they take the advantage of such situations to infiltrate into the Indian side. Given the fact that because of this heavy snowfall, the border fence, the LOC fence gets completely buried under the snow. So it gives an advantage for these terrorists to infiltrate into the Indian side. But having said so, our security forces, especially the army, has been manning the LOC 24/7 and ensuring that there is no infiltration happening. But still there are certain loopholes which these terrorists, they take advantage of, because they are also being supported by the Pakistan Army. They are also highly trained. They are highly motivated, and that is the reason that some of them manage to infiltrate into the Indian side, and many of them get already eliminated on the line of control itself whenever they attempt to infiltrate into the Indian side. Yes.
All right, Tejinder, thank you so much for joining us and bringing us all of that insight into this story in Jammu and Kashmir.